Tonight at 9, man claims he killed a family member. The developing story out of a wealthy Maryland suburb. The newest details from police.
And it's quiet now, but some severe weather is possible as we get into your Monday, and that's why Monday is a DMV weather warn day. We'll talk about that coming up.
As a kite hits a plane, another security scare near the runway at Reagan National. Got a report from where police confiscated the kite and the circumstances surrounding the ordeal. Teens charged after mall fights. The serious allegations 3 young people are facing after brawls broke out inside a Northern Virginia mall. Police having to evacuate. And spring savings. Online seasonal sales happening now. The products you'll actually save on and the tools to get the best bang for your buck.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis, taking a live look outside as we wrap up this beautiful weekend right here at home. Tomorrow may not be looking or feeling as pretty. Meteorologist Scott Sumner is in. Looking at our forecast day to day, hour by hour, and tomorrow it could be messy at times.
Yeah, it certainly could, especially late afternoon going into the early evening period here, Ben. But right now things are just overcast and quiet with the temperature of 72 degrees outside our weather window here. And so we'll see those temperatures that are in the 70s now drop into the upper 60s and hold in the upper 60s here in District and the Beltway and surrounding areas. Outside, you could, out towards the mountains, you'll probably drop into the 50s here. But then the temperatures will quickly rebound and will get up close to, if not near 80 degrees for your afternoon reading. Hey, look at this. My goodness, there has been confirmed tornado up in Michigan. There have been a multiple wind. These are what all these little dots are. These are all wind damage associated with this line. And I show you this because this line, unfortunately, is heading in our direction for tomorrow. So we could be dealing with sort of the same situation. So the weather headlines here: DMV first warn on Monday, much cooler and breezier behind the front Tuesday, a dry Wednesday, and then warming up again on Thursday. But we'll break down tomorrow specifically because it will be the most active of all the days this particular work week, coming up in just a few moments. Ben?
All right, thanks, Scott. New tonight, firefighters battled 2 big blazes in Northern Virginia, one of them injuring several firefighters. Take a look at the smoke and flames shooting out of this Springfield home today. That broke out around 3:30 on Hillstream Court. No injuries reported there. The cause still under investigation. Meanwhile, another fire in Arlington that sent 3 firefighters to the hospital tonight. Crews responded to 36th Street South, right off of King Street, for reports of a structure fire. While putting out the flames, we're told 1 firefighter fell through a floor, prompting a distress call. A total of 3 firefighters were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. As for the cause, that's still being investigated. Developing news tonight, staying on top of what was breaking news earlier this evening, a homicide investigation in Potomac, Maryland. Investigators say a man walked into a police station and admitted to killing a family member. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from Tribunal Lane after speaking with neighbors. Dave, what's the scene like right now?
Well, neighbors told us that the house behind me is where the crime took place. Montgomery County Police say the person who committed the murder is related to the victim. Police said they arrived at this home just after 8 o'clock this morning and found a woman with trauma to her body. She died at the scene despite efforts to save her life. A man is said to have walked into the Rockville police station later in the morning and confessed to the crime. There's been no word on a motive. The woman's body has been turned over to the medical examiner, who will determine how she died. Investigators have not released her name or the name of the suspect. We're live in Potomac, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Early morning stabbing in a popular nightlife area. Told a woman was stabbed multiple times on 14th Street near U in Northwest. This was around 6 this morning. The woman was conscious and breathing when she was taken to the hospital. No word on her condition at this hour. Also happening right now, a search is underway for whoever shot and killed a young man in Southeast. This happened around 11 o'clock last night in the Congress Heights neighborhood. Police found 18-year-old Jose Walters on scene at 10th Place and Savannah Street. They say he died after being rushed to the hospital. New details tonight. 3 teenagers face serious charges after several fights broke out inside the Pentagon City Mall last night that prompted Arlington police to shut down the mall and evacuate. Those fights broke out just after 7 p.m. Police say a 13-year-old girl was charged with riot and assault on police. A 15-year-old girl who allegedly assaulted a store employee and a 14-year-old boy also faced assault charges, including on police. The boy faces an additional charge of riot while carrying a weapon and trespassing. That store employee, as well as a police officer and mall security guard, suffered minor injuries, as did 2 of those teens charged. All right, a major shakeup for Maryland men's basketball. Just days after the season came to an end in the Sweet 16, their head coach is leaving for a new job. Kevin Willard has been hired to coach the Villanova men's basketball team. He replaces Kyle Neptune, who was fired after 3 seasons. During Willard's 3 seasons in Maryland, he took the Terps to the NCAA tournament twice, including the Sweet 16 berth this year. Maryland currently does not have an athletic director. As that position search continues, the search for a new men's basketball head coach likely begins immediately. All right, Daryl Pines, the president of the University of Maryland, released this statement saying in part, quote, "We took a very proactive and aggressive approach to retain Coach Willard, offering a significant contract extension and salary increase, and one of the highest revenue share budgets in the Big Ten Conference, and national share has already begun for a new head coach." Our new details now as we learn of more tense moments in the skies near Reagan National Airport. Somebody flew a kite that had a United Airlines flight as it came in for landing yesterday. Well, this video from today, people still out flying kites. Gravelly Point is a popular spot to watch those planes take off and land at Reagan. And the airport authority says kites are banned here for this exact reason. Again, our crew saw several people flying them even after we had notified them that, yeah, it was policy, not allowed. They did not want to go on camera. We talked to others who did say that some people should know better.
Well, if you come down to Gravelly Point, you know that it's on the flight path for national air. So it doesn't make sense to fly. It's certainly not close. Maybe if I did a lot.
We're told investigators returned the kite in question from yesterday to its owner and no charges were filed. All right, all new tonight, expelled D.C. Council member Trayon White is teasing another run for city council. On Instagram, he captioned his most recent post, quote, "Re-election campaign starts tomorrow." Remember, D.C. Council voted unanimously to expel the Ward 8 council member last month after an independent investigation found evidence that White violated various codes of conduct. Last year, the FBI arrested and charged him for allegedly accepting cash bribes to influence government contracts. White pleaded not guilty to that charge. All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. President Trump just says that he's not joking about trying to serve a 3rd term. Those remarks made in a phone interview to NBC News today is the clearest indication yet Trump is considering ways to breach a constitutional barrier. The 22nd Amendment restricts presidents from being elected more than twice. Constitutional law professor at Northeastern University tells the AP there are no credible legal arguments for him to run again. During today's interview, though, the president claimed, quote, "There are methods which you could do it. Here's how to amend the U.S. Constitution. It's not easy. There needs to be a 2/3 majority vote in the U.S. House and Senate, or 2/3 of state legislatures must call for a constitutional convention." All right, a number of Kings Dominion riders are happy to have their feet on solid ground. Get a load of this. Yesterday, first responders had to go to the park after a ride got stuck. There were 20 passengers on it. Thankfully, crews walked all of them back down steps to the platform. Nobody was hurt. The cause of the incident is under investigation. Yesterday was also opening day for Kings Dominion, which celebrates its 50th season this year. Today, another day. Big crowds taking in the cherry blossoms in D.C. You can see all the people enjoying the beautiful weather at the tidal basin. It is the talk of the town. Those cherry blossoms are in peak bloom. Folks finding several ways to enjoy the sights. Here's what one cherry blossom goer had to say.
Oh, I've been in this area. I lived here for over 3 years, and this is my first time coming. I've been trying to get here for years, and it's breathtaking. That's all I can say. It's just beautiful. Picture time. I wish I could have been dressed up really nice and just took a lot of pictures, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm amazed at how many people it is.
They are a sight indeed. Plenty of them down there at the tidal basin. All right, coming up, a new policy Metro is putting into place. Who will no longer be allowed to ride starting this summer? Also ahead, President Trump announcing new tariffs on foreign cars. Why some manufacturers say it'll cost American consumers more. Live look at the Kennedy Center, the Lincoln Memorial, looking mighty fine. Time is 9:11. We'll be right back.